step on the court where the legends are made. Fantasy dreams where the stats get paid. Barack Lesnar's throne.
Barack Lesnar Hoops Fantasy Basketball.
Yo, it's Barack Lesnar of Barack Lesnar Hoops breaking down week number 3 for you. Do me a favor and smash that like button for me. Subscribe to Barack Lesnar Hoops and click that bell notification so you can be alerted when these videos drop. Let's get right to the schedule breakdown. So for week number 3, we're going to start with a schedule analysis. And the best way is to break it down by the number of games on each day this week. You have Monday with 9 games, Tuesday with 6 games, Wednesday with 11 games, Thursday with a single game. Please note that Friday has 11 games, Saturday has 9 games, and Sunday has 7 games. So the cheat code is Thursday has 1 game. Phoenix versus the Clippers. You've got Philly, Milwaukee, OKC, and the Golden State Warriors, as well as Orlando, giving you Tuesday and Sunday games. These are the guys that have late schedules and are available on a lot of waiver wires, so it's feasible for you to find these guys and stream them this week. You've got Phoenix playing Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, so Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, and Colin Gillespie become options for you. The Clippers, like we mentioned, play on Thursday. One of 2 teams that does, so Brook Lopez, Derrick Jones Jr., Chris Dunn, Chris Paul. The Milwaukee Bucks play Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. Gary Trent Jr., Rollins, AJ Green, and Bobby Portis are options for you. Rollins is probably going to be gone, but I've seen Bobby Portis, AJ Green, and Gary Trent Jr. in a few of my competitive leagues. OKC has a decent schedule as well with games Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Isaiah Joe, Cason Wallace, and AJ Mitchell, as well as Aaron Wiggins, if he still hasn't been picked up in your league. For the Golden State Warriors, Brandon Pajinski, typically a guard that can get a good amount of rebounds, is going to get you some steals, on occasion can get you some blocks and threes, even though he is not super efficient from the field or from the free throw line. The Orlando Magic play Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. Wendell Carter Jr. and Anthony Black are options for you. Now, the tier 2 hot pickups, these are guys that can help your team, but maybe they don't have the best schedule this week, but they have season-long potential. For Indiana, they play Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. You have Quentin Jackson, who's the #1 pickup right now after stringing together strong games. Sacramento plays Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Russell Westbrook is one of the top pickups today. And for the Utah Jazz, they play Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Keontae George, Yusuf Nurkic, especially now that we've learned that Walker Kessler is having his shoulder examined. So the shoulder injury might be more serious than first thought, which would give Nurkic some value. Then you also have Taylor Hendricks, who had a strong game last game and has some upside. So if you're targeting people that play on Tuesday, you have the Chicago Bulls that play Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Ayo Dosunmu becomes an option for you. He did miss the last game, but he's only day to day, so he should hopefully be back and useful for you this week. For the Atlanta Hawks, you actually have a few options. One of them is Nickeil Alexander-Walker. We did learn that Trae Young is going to be missing at least 4 weeks after a knee injury that could have been a lot more severe than it ended up being. So no, Trae Young is going to open up a lot of usage, and one of the main beneficiaries is going to be their new free agent signing, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Luke Kennard is another deep league option on the Atlanta Hawks. If you're in a 14-team or deeper, I think Luke Kennard makes a lot of sense for you. For the Toronto Raptors, who play Tuesday, you have Grady Dick. He has not been getting as many minutes, as many touches, but from the bench unit, he is getting the most sizable allotment of minutes. He does have some offensive upside. So if you want to stream playing Tuesday, might make some sense. If he doesn't do anything, you drop him. Otherwise, keep him to a deeper format. You also have Colin Murray-Boyles. He is only 6% rostered right now and has been filling in for Jakob Poeltl, who's dealing with a back issue. I don't believe we've been given a timeline on when Jakob Poeltl will return, but might still play his way into season-long value. With low ownership and that upside on a young player that a team is invested in, I would suggest picking him up. And Thursday, we talked about this. You have the Phoenix Suns and the LA Clippers, the only game being played. So Royce O'Neal, Grayson Allen, Brook Lopez, Chris Paul, Chris Dunn, Derrick Jones Jr., all of those guys are going to be in play if you want to not be empty on Thursday. So to wrap up the schedule segment, if you need Thursday coverage, you're looking at Phoenix and the LA Clippers. Those are your options. So now that we've gone over the schedule, we are going to go over the waiver wire players that you should be strongly considering. I kept this list to players that are owned in under 40% of leagues. The majority of them are available in 80% of leagues. I'm trying to give you guys that are feasible for you to grab while still highlighting ones that may not be available in your league, but are still widely available and are producing at a very high level, because it doesn't mean just because they're not on the waiver wire that you're not able to trade for them. Russell Westbrook is a decent option. He's only 25% rostered right now, has been getting more playing time and touches than I assumed he would be receiving. Even though he is hurting you from field goal and free throw, which is why I tend to avoid him, there's still some goodies. He's scoring. He's getting some threes for you. He's getting a decent amount of steals. He's getting not too many turnovers. Last game, he did get you 10 assists, no turnovers. Assist to turnover ratio of 10. Got you a double-double. Russell Westbrook is on your waiver wire. You might want to give him a look. Jeremiah Fears is only 21% rostered right now. High upside young point guard on a Pelicans team that is missing their primary point guard in DeJounte Murray until later this year, which means he should have a sizable role. And even when DeJounte Murray returns, he's probably still going to have a sizable role. You can see there he's taken double-digit shot attempts almost every single game so far this season. Last game took 13 and made 6 of them, had 16 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, contributing in multiple categories, and this is just the start of his career. So we should see better production from him if he continues to get the playing time. D'Angelo Russell started the year off putrid, but has really turned things on over the last several games, scoring 24 or more points in 2 of his last 4 games. Last game played 30 minutes, made 10 of his 17 shot attempts. 4 of his 5 free throw attempts, made 7 3-pointers, scored 31 points, 7 rebounds. Max Christie is only 6% rostered right now, and he's been getting a healthy allotment of minutes. He's been playing 26 or more minutes all season long, which means the opportunity and the role is there. Last game took 9 shot attempts in his 33 minutes, made 5 of them, got 2 3-pointers, 13.6 rebounds, assist to turnover ratio of 5. Now, the Mavericks have not been at full health. So once the team is back to full health, will he be impacted? Possibly, but he is a young piece with a lot of upside. So at least in a deeper format, he should be on your radar. Royce O'Neal has always been a quality glue guy. He can be a little bit streaky, and right now he is on a hot streak. You see there, he had 46 minutes against Utah, and he's been getting 30 or more minutes ever since. He's hitting a ton of 3-pointers for you, scoring in double digits. He's getting rebounds. He's getting some assists. He's getting you some steals, and he has a healthy assist to turnover ratio. He's only 24% rostered, so give him a look to see if he's available in your league. Quentin Jackson is a very hot pickup. You can see there, plus 10% in the last day, but still only 14% rostered. I think I was able to pick him up in one of my leagues earlier today. Last game played 31 minutes, took 16 shots, made 25.6 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals with 3 3-pointers. An amazing stat line from him for a guy that's so widely available. Now, has he done enough for us to drop season-long value in a 12-team league? No, there's still several factors at play. TJ McConnell is out injured. Andrew Nembhard, who's been out dealing with a shoulder injury. But once they're both back, will he have enough playing time to continue producing like this? That remains to be seen. But in the short term, he has some streaming potential. Bilal Coulibaly recently returned and has gotten 24 or more minutes in his 2 games. Even though he only made 3 of his 10 shot attempts and only 4 of his 6 free throws, he did get you 10 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block. And that multi-category upside is why I like Bilal Coulibaly's chances to help your team. Now, I do need him to improve from the field and the free throw line, but if he continues getting the assists, steals, blocks, and if he manages to keep the turnovers low, I can be a little bit more forgiving. Duncan Robinson is only 7% rostered, maybe more of a 3-point streamer for you. But last game played 34 minutes, took 11 shots, made 6 of them, made all 3 of his free throws, made 3 3-pointers. The game before that hit 4, has scored 15 or more points 2 games in a row, and he's getting you some rebounds, 5 or more rebounds 2 games in a row. Now, he is not turning the ball over a lot. He's not going to get you any defensive numbers, but if he can be efficient from the field, get you a sprinkle of threes and score in double digits, he does have some upside, only 7% rostered. Vince Williams Jr. is only 1% rostered, so probably going to be more of a deep league target for you, but he did get 21 minutes, took 7 shot attempts, made 5 of them, made both of his free throws, got you 2 3-pointers, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Keep in mind, Ja Morant did get suspended because of comments he made that the team did not like. That team is ready to move on from Ja Morant, which means somebody like Vince Williams Jr. would probably get a healthy allotment of minutes if that were to happen. Jaime Jaquez Jr. is 36% rostered, so not as widely available as some of these other guys we've discussed, but still owned in less than 40% of leagues. Took 16 shot attempts in his 35 minutes and made 11 of them, had 31 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, no steals, no blocks, and he did score 31 points with no 3-pointers made. While I do love that he shot almost 69% from the field on 16 shot attempts, the 9 of 13 from the free throw line did hurt you there, didn't get you any steals or blocks, but this is a guy that you either picked up off the waiver wire or you got for really cheap. Terrence Mann is a player that has always shown some upside, but has never really had the minutes or the usage to show it. But on a very sorry team that's looking to win a game, This might be the perfect recipe for him to finally show what he can do. And he has been showing it. He's been getting 23 or more minutes the last 3 games. Last game made 7 of his 9 field goal attempts, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and got you 3 steals. He's only 8% rostered. He's owned in less than 10% of leagues. You see here, he's available in 2 of mine, and he might be available in yours. I just do want to caution you that you can't go off of small sample sizes. So 1 to 3 games, these are really small sample sizes, but if I make these videos and guys keep popping up repeatedly and they have really low ownership, to me, that shows there's a market inefficiency and that guy might potentially outdo where they're being valued. And then that makes them an asset for your team. That means you can trade them later on for guys you do want, or it just brings up the floor and the ceiling for your team. Just something to keep in mind. Surprisingly, Quentin Grimes is only 37% rostered, even though in a competitive league, he's likely long gone. He's been getting a lot of minutes all season. He's been getting a lot of shot attempts in the teens consistently. He's been very efficient so far from the field. Last game, made 7 of his 13 shot attempts, got 22 points, 4 3-pointers, 6 rebounds, 13 assists. Got you a steal. He got you a block, assist to turnover ratio of 3.25. And what more could you want from this guy? Aaron Naismith had a rough start to the year, but recently has started to turn it on. The last game got 31 points on 19 shot attempts, hit 5 3-pointers. He's not going to get you assists, steals, or blocks, but he can score on volume and do so efficiently, which is why I like to target him. DeAndre Hunter, a guy that always has upside, at least offensively, to score and get you some rebounds. Doesn't really do. Field goal percentage has been pretty awful so far this season, but you can see last game made 7 of his 7 free throws, which is helpful. Hit 2 3-pointers at 19 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, did get you 3 steals. If the defensive numbers were there for him, he would be picked up in a lot more leagues. He's only 28% rostered right now, so still very widely available on a Cavaliers team that isn't really healthy right now. Jake LaRavia had a very strong game, even though Luka Doncic came back. Now, LeBron James is still gone, but if he continues to play like this, he might find himself in a secure role. Last game played 35 minutes, made 10 of his 13 shots, 3 of his 4 free throws, had 2 3-pointers, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals. Assist to turnover ratio of 3. Didn't get you any blocks, but outside of that, contributed everywhere. I will take that. Derrick Jones Jr. on that Clippers team, one of 2 teams that plays on Thursday, so he's going to have some streaming value for you this week. Only 4% rostered against the New Orleans Pelicans on Halloween. Made 7 of his 10 shots, 2 3-pointers, 16 points, 3 rebounds, got you 2 blocks as well. No turnovers. He's able to get you some defensive numbers, and he's able to get you some 3-pointers. He's a low-end pickup, streamer at best, but this might be the week to stream him. This next guy is really starting to get my attention. He had my attention last season because he got a lot of blocks per minute for a forward. So far this season, he is doing the same. His ownership is still really low, but I have a very strong feeling that we might see him outproducing what everybody is expecting from him. I'm talking about Peyton Watson. 3 games in a row getting you 23 or more minutes. He doesn't take a lot of shot attempts, but he's efficient from the field. He's been efficient from the free throw line. He can hit threes on occasion. This is a guy that can get you steals. He can get you blocks. He keeps the turnovers low, can help your field goal percentage and your free throw percentage. If you listen to anything that I told you, that is the exact formula that I use to target potential sleepers and guys with upside potential. Peyton Watson is flashing real green for me right now. Colin Murray-Boyles has value as long as Jakob Poeltl is sitting, and might even have value with the return of Jakob Poeltl. Only 5% rostered. Last game played 31 minutes, made 7 of his 14 shot attempts, had 15 points, 9 rebounds, got you 5 assists and 3 steals. Really nice game from him, getting you 5 assists from a power forward eligible player. Jock Landale is a popular target today, has been getting consistent minutes and has been producing with those minutes. 2 games in a row, got you 8 shot attempts, made 6 of them. 2 games in a row, got you 2 3-pointers. Last game got you 14 points. The game before that, 16. 6 rebounds last game, got you a steal, only 6% rostered, helping you from the field, helping you from the free throw line, 3-pointers from the center position. You can see here he's available in 4 of my leagues, so he should likely be available in yours. Wendell Carter Jr., I targeted him late in draft, so I picked him up off the waiver wire in some of my deeper formats. And so far, his production the last week or so has been pretty enticing. He's 29% rostered right now, still widely available. Took 10 shot attempts his last game, made 7 of them, hit 2 3-pointers, has been hitting 3-pointers consistently, which would give him a lot more value. 16 points, 12 rebounds, 2 blocks. If he can continue to get blocks and he continues to get 3-pointers as well, that would make him a unicorn. I feel he's always had the tools to be a great center. He just hasn't fully displayed it, but he has starter minutes right now. there isn't really a lot of competition for that center spot. So hopefully he can continue to produce, especially with the fantasy basketball playoff schedule that the Orlando Magic have. This might be a guy you pick up not as a streamer, but for potential season-long value. Nurkic is now on my radar. He's only 9% rostered, but we recently learned that Walker Kessler may be dealing with a serious shoulder issue. I don't know how serious it is, but he was sent to Utah for additional testing on the shoulder, which is not a great sign. In the 22 minutes he got, Nurkic got you 3 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, assist to turnover ratio of 2. He did miss 5 of his 6 field goal attempts, but typically he's going to be a little more efficient than that. Now, with this next guy, we only really have like a game sample size to go off of. But in a situation where Joel Embiid were to miss any serious time, I think this guy's going to fly off of waiver wire. So I decided to include him in this video. Trendon Watford is widely available right now. He played 25 minutes, made 7 of his 9 field goal attempts, 1 of his free throws, hit a three-pointer, had 16 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists from the big man position. Got you a block assist to turnover ratio of 3.5. That performance is good enough to, at the very least, put him on this screen and let you know, hey, keep an eye on this name. And we continue to see his name pop up on these videos that I'm putting out, then there might be some fire behind that smoke. Which of those players did you like the most? Which of them have you picked up? And which of them are you targeting this week? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know. Something else that you should consider doing is getting the Fantasy Basketball Wizard Chrome extension, because you get cool perks such as being able to see how many games each of the pickups has remaining that week. An incredibly useful tool that I use all of the time. Something else that I use, especially on Monday when I'm making my pickups, is the matchup tool, so that I can see how my team will fare versus my opponent. Like you can see here, I'm predicted to win 7 of the categories versus 3. When I'm making my pickups and I'm using the schedule like we discussed, I can make the smartest choices to lead to me for sure winning the week. Another feature I love, and you'll see this later on once the game starts, but it actually shows you where you're projected versus the rest of your leagues. Something else that you should do is check out my official Substack. I just released it, and I'm going to have a lot of great content for you here. So not only am I going to be doing these videos on YouTube, but all of the research I'm doing, all of the data I'm putting together, I'm going to put it out via text and build a Substack community. And I want you to be a part of that community. You can get articles just like this one with the top lines from last night broken down into my benchmark system, so that you can quickly identify which of your players are performing, which ones are rising, and which ones are waiver wire gems that you could potentially add, such as Jake LaRavia, who we discussed. You can also consider becoming a member of Barack Lesnar Hoops right here on YouTube. There are different membership tiers with perks, including cool badges, priority responses from me, and most of all, you really get to support the work I am doing here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. Until next time, this is Barack Lesnar Hoops. Take care.